So this Boeing 787 Dreamliner, supposed to be one of the safest in the world, just went down. 2 minutes.
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But might be a trigger warning or two. I hope not. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. But today, I want to give a shout out to Jay. Happy Father's Day, bro. It's late. To all my fathers. To all the fathers. I already told y'all Happy Father's Day. But I did want to give a shout out to Jay. Your wife told me that she wanted me to shout you out on Father's Day. But the video is already done. So I told her I'll go ahead and shout you out personally afterwards. So shout out to Jay. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the dads. I'm a little late. So, oh yeah, I'm a little late. But it ain't never too late to go ahead and give y'all flowers. Nobody they flowers. Also, want to go ahead and send my prayers to Angie Janes 4097. I seen that you say you and your boyfriend used to watch this channel all the time together after y'all graveyard shifts, and he passed away 10 months ago. Prayers. And you say you know he's still watching. I thank you for still supporting. I apologize and I'm sorry for your loss. Condolences. Prayers to you and your family. I seen you from Oakland, and rest in peace to Eddie Vera. Rest in peace to your boyfriend. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. Y'all already know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Hey, yo, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not following that Diddy trial no more. That shit gets weirder and weirder by the day. Have y'all heard about his socks? Apparently, Diddy has some socks that he was able to keep items that he always wanted 24/7 on him, and he was able to go undetected through airports and security searches or whatever the case may be. But when they got to talking about these socks, and Sean John made the socks, he made these and what was in them. Hey, yo, I'm done with this trial, yo. Facts, yo. Diddy is a weird motherfucker. He was on some 007 weirdness shit with it too. Hey, yo, if you don't know they found in Diddy socks at the county jail, man, hit that search engine and ask TikTok, yo, what was found in Diddy socks during his intake into jail. And yo, jail officials were told to keep quiet on his socks. I guess this is something the DA is going to present at some surprising moment. But man, Diddy and his socks is bugged out.
Do you want to hear about the greatest imposters of human history?
Please.
Queen Elizabeth I was actually a man.
What?
I don't believe it.
So when she was 9 years old, she was sent off to a town called Bisley because there's a plague going on. King Henry, he hadn't seen her for many years. And so he was out on a hunting trip close to Bisley. And so he's like, I'm going to go visit my daughter. On his way there, Queen Elizabeth got sick, and King Henry VIII obviously had a very bad temper. She's looking for a girl that looks close to Queen Elizabeth. Can't find any girl. But Queen Elizabeth's friend, they said a very pretty boy, red hair. So they dressed him up like Queen Elizabeth. And then King Henry got there. There's no suspicion. She became queen. If you look back, she had no weakness of a woman, but the mind of a man. She would always wear a high collar. She refused to get married. But the kicker, hundreds of years later, in Bisley, there's a graveyard very close to the house where Queen Elizabeth grew up. There's an unmarked grave, and when they excavated it, there was a little girl the same age as when Queen Elizabeth would have died. She was wearing Tudor clothes, like royalty clothes, but an unmarked grave.
Is that a reach? Or do y'all agree? I mean, like I say, I don't believe in coincidences, and when shit start becoming too much of a coincidence, then I don't know, I gotta question it. Y'all let me know. I feel like I heard this story before, but I'm not quite sure. Let me know if y'all heard that before. The clip before that. What the hell is in Diddy socks now? Now I gotta go look. That shit do get weirder and weirder the more you just hear, the more shit that keep coming out. But y'all let me know. And also, we about to get a Patreon. I have to get a Patreon, bro, because y'all know how certain content creators on TikTok will say, bro, I can't post certain things. I can't do certain things. And then there's certain other things on TikTok that's worse than that, and they allow that to get posted. Let's just say let's just say it's not what you post, it's who's posting it. Let's put it like that. So I gotta get a Patreon, bro. I would like to be able to show some of the most craziest, realest shit, but I can't. Y'all get what I mean? Such as when something hits something and it's a big ass flame to go up, I gotta be mindful of the words I use. I can't post that. But I see other things being posted and I be like, damn, what's the difference between what I... So we're gonna get a Patreon, y'all. Just giving y'all a heads up. I'm gonna be working on that in the next couple of... Probably in the next couple of days, I'll be working on that. And then when I put it up, I'll put it in a video or whatever. But yeah, I have to, bro. There's certain things I can't post that I'll be like, man, my hands is tied. Shit crazy.
Song, a scale in the genomes for each and every one of us. Now, when that song is played, when your particular prime resonant frequency is played, guess what happens? Your DNA celebrates and tightens. Everything else gets pushed out. Harmonic wave resequencing.
I want to hear more of that.
Okay, I really gotta know. How in the hell did that playground get under the water? They said it was, what, 5,000 years old? Under the Pacific Ocean? First of all, since when did we have playgrounds 5,000 years ago? And how did 5,000 years ago we have the technology to build something so amazing and beautiful, nicer than the playgrounds you see today? If you haven't checked this out, you gotta look it up. My mind is blown. You know, everyone's fixated on LA and Elon Musk and worrying about your Doge checks and all this other nonsense. The only thing that's important today, the only thing you gotta do, that you must do, is look up the playground under the ocean. Where did they get the technology to build this that long ago? We're talking like, my mind is blown. Like, if you can even like grasp how long ago that was, and if you see the structures and the railings and the slide and like the 2 or 3 level play structure with the ladders up to it, and then they have like friggin' picnic tables under the water where people can sit and like relax and eat your food. It's like, I couldn't imagine what kind of people that long ago would go to a playground. And what I can't figure out is, why the hell is it underwater? Like, was that at one time like a whole nother world right there? And then over time we've had, what was it, 3,000 feet of water go over top of this structure, and anything that was there alive at one point. I don't know, my mind's totally blown right now. But the technology, and like, we're so small compared to what's going on. And like, who would have thought that long ago? I was thinking that long ago you'd have like guys with pieces of flint trying to start a fire, and like dinosaurs. This is just too much. But this is the only thing you need to look up today. If you haven't, please look it up right now.
Okay, like, to me, he said something. He said we're like super small to what's going on right now, right? And the reason why is because they keep us distracted. They keep us distracted on what's going on over here. They keep us distracted on, do you choose this or do you choose that? Go against this. Look at your differences, not your similarities. It's so many different distractions. Just look at that little chip in your hand and scroll up and down, or swipe right and swipe left. Like, it's too many distractions. That's why we're so small to what's going on. But it's power in the people, and there's numbers in the people. It's more of us than it is of them. Again, this for entertainment purposes. It's more of us than it is of them. And the reason why we so small is because they got us divided. The moment everybody unites, that's the moment the switch is gonna flip. That, to me. Y'all let me know if that's a reach. But also, either this is cap and they giving us cap, and there is nothing under there 5,000 years ago and all that, and it's just something they distracting us with, or there's another side to that story, and literally we were, shit, with the technology in Tartaria was better than it is now. They built pyramids back then. They built some of the most state capitol buildings. You know, we see these buildings, and we see that there was a reset. Either it is possible that they built those things back then and we started building what we build now, Or humanity could have been out there in the water. They could have had a reset and they could have moved us over here to the land. Who knows, bro? This shit gets crazy. But again, either it's cap or either it's way deeper than what we thinking. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know.
The discovery of a 10,000-year-old playground under the Pacific Ocean has ignited a social media firestorm.
Hashtag Ocean Playground has gone viral, and it's sparking some pretty wild debates. There are even conspiracy theorists who claim it's an AI-generated hoax.
The fact of the matter is somebody made up some crazy-ass story about a playground at the bottom of the ocean and put some AI razzle-dazzle on it, and now it's a social media sharing event.
Yeah, we are cooked, bruh. People think real news is AI because everything's AI now.
Claims are being made. What's AI?
AI is getting scary because you don't know what's real anymore.
Not everything is AI, people. Like, what's next? You think I'm AI too?
Despite the controversy, the research team states that they are glad their discovery has captured so much attention and that they are optimistic and excited about what else they'll discover down at hashtag Ocean Playground.
Yeah, I think it's cap. It hit the news, bro. I'm gonna say cap. Y'all let me know.
See the playground under the water? The 5,000-year-old playground? Honey. Baby. Brother. If you believe that, God help you. Just if you really saw that video, seen that video, which a lot of people are liking, if you saw that and believed that, just, to be, hey, Terminator, yep, just sign me up already for the Mines of Moria. I give up. Guys, come on. I mean, I know things can be tricky, and I know some AI can look convincing, but come on, y'all. Come on. This is why everyone says that we are at spiritual war. We are at a frequency war. We are at a mind war. Don't let this, don't give up. Don't let it just, perceive that. Come on. You guys are so much better than that. A 5,000-year-old playground under the water. Come on, man. I don't know how people can believe the eye. I mean, it still looks so bad. There's not oh my God, it's looking so, you can tell instantly. The color grading, the way things move, the way people are. Come on.
Now, if you really knew how the brain works, there are certain phrases you never say again because those phrases literally lock you out of the life that you want. Now, I'm giving you 5 phrases. The 4th one I hear every single day, and it's one of the reasons why your results are staying the same. So the first one is, I'll try. See, the brain doesn't register try as action. See, it files it under uncertainty, and uncertainty is registered as hesitation, and hesitation halts execution. And make sure you save this for later, especially if you want to stop the repeated struggle cycle. Second phrase is, I always mess this up. Ooh, this one tells the subconscious, okay, repeat the mistake. Repeat the mistake because that's who I am. Now, the third phrase is, that's just how I am. You see, identity is the most powerful form of suggestion. What you declare, your brain defends. Make sure you share this with someone who's saying those things and doesn't realize what it's costing them. The 4th phrase, this is the one. It's hard for me too. The brain says, oh, hard is unsafe. Unsafe is avoided at all costs. So what you've done by repeating that is you've just told the brain success is dangerous. Now, if so far you've said these phrases or if you've heard these phrases, I want you to do yourself a favor. Just put a heart in the comments and then make sure you get on my email list because I send out tools to help you rewire so that you can shift your way into success consistently, repeatedly, continually. That 5th phrase is, I don't know how to. This tells the brain to believe that it's stuck. But here's the truth about that. Knowing comes after the doing. So I've given you 5 key phrases to stop entertaining, remove from your vocabulary. But I've got 50 phrases to add to your vocabulary. Those phrases set you up for the success you seek. Just check my bio. You'll see the information there. Now, because repetition breeds belief, let's run this thing again.
That was dope. I didn't know that. That's dope.
Garden of Eden was never a place on the map. It was and is the mind in the purest form, unprogrammed, undivided, fully formed. The word Eden in Hebrew means delight, a state of bliss, not a location. The garden is you, your inner temple. The tree of life, that's your spine, your central channel, the bridge between your lower nature and your higher consciousness. The tree of knowledge of good and evil, that's duality. The moment that the mind split from oneness, it began judging, labeling, separating. That's the true fall from grace. fall from unity. And that serpent, it was never evil. It was just misdirection. Serpent is Kundalini, divine life force energy. It resets at the base of your spine, exactly how the ancient described it, ready to rise. It moves up your spine through 2 energy channels. Eta, which is the lunar feminine current, and Pingala, the solar masculine current. These 2 flow in a spiral, like a double helix, like DNA, like the caduceus, the medical symbol that they show you but never explain. And when this energy rises, it activates your chakras. The 7 seals mentioned in Revelations. Each one is an inner gate that you must open until it reaches the 33rd vertebrae of your spine, the exact age that Christ ascended. And where he was crucified, Golgotha, in Aramaic it means place of the skull, because the final initiation happens in the mind. The pineal gland, that's your 3rd eye, also known as the mercy seat in scripture, the place where God speaks. The Ark of the Covenant wasn't a golden box. It was a coded metaphor for what sits in the brain between the hemispheres, the thalamus, the pineal, and the optic nerve. This is why ancient Egyptians placed a serpent on their foreheads. They were showing you activation, not idol worship. Their Christ was Heru, who overcame Set, the lower ego. So ask yourself, why does churches never teach us this? Why does religion focus on obedience, while spirituality leads you back within? Because if you ever truly knew that the temple was always your body, that the Eden was always your mind, and that the serpent was your awakening, you wouldn't follow, you'd rise.
Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That's going to be a touchy ass subject. That one going to ruffle feathers. So let me know which way y'all going. You agreeing, you disagreeing. But remember, while we disagree and agree, we all still family, and we don't have to be insulting. Take a deep breath. Reassess ourselves, because I know somebody will be like, man, that just made me mad, bro. That ain't what it... Assess ourselves, and let's express ourselves correctly. We ain't got to go insulting. We ain't got to be disrespectful. Because remember, when we divide it, we get taken advantage of by who? The people at the top of that right now. So let's stay united, and let's come to an understanding of why you agreeing or why you disagreeing. And let's have that talk. Spam it up, man. Let me know. Let me know y'all thoughts. I'm curious on which way y'all feeling. Do y'all agree? Are y'all agreeing or are y'all disagreeing? Let me know.
You remember that bro that went to Mooley Point and found those unnatural cut blocks in the ground? Those Nephilim blocks? Well, bro went back and found some more stuff. Look at this. Look at that. Y'all still think this is natural? Look at that angle. Look at that angle. You think that's natural? Come on, man. Look how sharp those angles are. You could slice your hand open with that. Look at that angle. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. This is not natural. This is a quarry. This is a Nephilim Titan quarry. Not a Nephilim giant. Because there's Nephilim giants and Titans. Look at those blocks, man. Yeah, well, this is the new stuff he found. Look at these. These look like bricks. Or they could be dragon scales. Some people in the other video were saying this is dragon scales. This is a huge petrified, deceased animal. Now, this looks cut to me. This looks cut. I know people are going to say this is natural, but these look like bricks, laid bricks. Doesn't look natural to me. Look how big that is. This is like... Now, all this stuff up here, this brings suspicion. Because, okay, well, this might be natural. But I don't know. Like, it's half and half. Some of it looks like it was laid, cut and laid, and some of it looks like it's natural. Now, people are talking about dragons, but this part looks like a serpent. Kind of looks like a serpent. And, like, scales on it, too. The point of this video is to get you to open your eyes and question the mainstream, because this looks like some people did this. Some giants or people or somebody. Doesn't look natural to me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think the mainstream is lying about the Titans, about the giants? Or is this just a natural formation?
I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but feel in your heart if this is true. If you're watching this, you are one of the people who hold the codes for ascension for humanity. And your role in this lifetime, one of many, because you're so multidimensional, one of your roles is to transmute and hold the light, which is why many of you incarnated into family situations that were immensely dense and immensely difficult. And in your life, even if you haven't hit the level of healing or success that you would want for yourself, even if you don't think you're there yet, you being alive is a miracle. And you being alive is actively sending healing energy into the grid and healing your lineage 7 generations back and 7 generations forward, okay? So this is a message I have for you, because I know that you are so connected to the chaos that's happening in the world right now. And you are just, you probably feel so frustrated, so helpless, so angry that all of these alarms are being set off within you and you don't know how to help. And I'm here to say that you're already helping, and you must hold the energy, hold the space, hold the reality of the best possible outcome for planet Earth and for the people who you want to see have a good life. You must hold that end result in order for it to be activated into the matrix. Because right now, so many people are focusing on and holding the energy of warfare and struggle and destruction, and that is feeding the matrix. But because you and I are grid holders, our energy has that much more reverberation and that much more reach. And so it is essential, it is beyond important for you to activate that manifestation energy of holding the outcome, which if you do it right now, you can feel it clear the energy immediately. I want you to do it right now. Just hold the energy of children being safe, of families being fed, of families reunited and laughing and loving life again, and being surrounded by community and people thriving, and the animals thriving, and the earth thriving. I want you to just hold that image in your heart and hold that vibration in your heart for 5 seconds. You will instantly feel the power of that, and you will feel that energy reverberate into the matrix. Why are you not doing this? It's because we continuously get sucked in to the chaos and to the drama. And you and I were not meant to get sucked in. That's not where our power lies. Our power lies in us being able to hold the energy of peace for the grid, of us being able to hold the light of abundance for everyone. So do this now. Do this every single day, and do it for yourself. Do it for your own life. Do it for your loved ones.
You can tell me I'm wrong if you want. Matter of fact, I want you to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But this shit that's going on in LA, this shit is about to be happening all over. It's either that or people are going to be afraid to come out of their house. Look at all the shit that's going on over there. Trump deployed soldiers over there. 2,000 soldiers over there. They dropped a Black Hawk in the middle of, come on, man, in the middle of Compton. In the middle of Compton. Shit is about to get crazy. A lot of people are fed up, man, and the people are not having it. I even heard they locked some ICE agents in a business, and they got the business surrounded, and they won't let these motherfuckers. I seen videos where people said they were peacefully protesting, and they let off smoke bombs and things of that nature. Reality is, y'all better pay attention, because these people are not playing. And just like a lot of people are saying, they want to invoke that martial law. They're looking for every reason to invoke that martial law. And then we're going to have a problem. And of course, you got people that agree with this shit, and you got people that will not agree with this shit. We are walking into some dangerous times. We really are, man. I even seen videos where people said that there was bricks delivered strategically in areas where people were protesting. That don't sound similar to y'all? Y'all don't remember when that happened? Listen, all I can say is, y'all better pay attention out here, man. Shit is really about to get real. For real.
Okay, y'all pay close attention. This is very important.
I've got your privacy statement right here. It says that without their consent, you can't share their information. You're about to sell it.
Senator, that consent is, essentially for,
not real.
Not share for research purposes, and we are not selling it for research purposes.
So when you tell the consumer, give us your personal information and we'll take money from you, and we won't give it to anybody without your consent, it's not real. It just means, maybe kind of depends on the day.
Senator, I will say that our customers' data is their own. They have the right at all times to access that information. They can edit it.
Well, sure they can, but you're about to sell it to who knows who. They can't control it. You said to Senator Moody that consumers have complete control of their data. Complete. How can they have complete control if you're about to sell it without their consent?
Senator, they can delete that data anytime up until the sale and after.
Oh, okay. They can delete the data. Have you fixed the ability of customers to go on your website and delete it? Because right after you announced your sale, your deletion page went down. I hold in my hand here an article from the Wall Street Journal. 23andMe site goes down as customers struggle to delete their data. Can they even get onto your site to delete their data?
They can, Senator. And
you fixed this?
That was an issue that, yes, we fixed immediately after.
It's up and running now? Customers can go on?
Customers can go on and they can delete their data.
What happens when they go onto your site to delete their data?
When a customer logs into their account at 23andMe, they go to their settings page, and there's a section there where just click delete my data. It confirms that they want to delete their data, and it's deleted automatically.
Is that true? Let's take a look.
Okay.
When they go onto your page, they get an opportunity. It says permanently delete the data. So they click the button that says permanently delete the data, and then they get a notification that says your account is no longer accessible. How do they know if they can't access their account anymore? How do they know their data's been deleted?
Because we send them a notification that their information has been deleted.
You send it once, and how long does that take?
Our policies state that, we will delete their data within 30 days, and in most cases, it is automatic and happens much quickly.
And when you deleted it, it's deleted. It's gone forever.
All the genetic data is deleted forever, and yes.
Really? Because that's not what your privacy statement says in the fine print. Let's read it. What your statement says is, we retain personal information for as long as necessary to provide the services and fill the transactions you have requested, to comply with our legal obligations, resolve disputes, enforce agreements, etc., etc. And then it goes on, 23andMe and or our contracted genotyping laboratory will retain your genetic information even if you choose to delete your account.
Senator, 23andMe, it does not retain any genetic information regarding the consumer once they delete their account. We do.
It says right here that you will retain genetic information, including date of birth and even if you choose to delete your account. This is your privacy policy. I'm just quoting from it.
Senator, to the best of my knowledge, we do not maintain any genetic information.
It says even if you choose to delete your account, we will retain your genetic information, date of birth, and even if you choose to delete your account.
There is some information that we do retain, but not related to the genetic information.
Right.
But that, such as name, email address, and other.
So even if you delete the account, you retain their name, you retain their email address, you retain their date of birth, you retain their genetic information, even if they choose to delete your account. So in other words, don't talk to your suit behind you, talk to me. He's not testifying, you are. You do not allow consumers actually to delete permanently their data. And when you said a minute ago to Senator Moody, at all times consumers have complete control of their data, that's just not true, is it? By the terms of your own agreement, that just is not true.
Senator, with all due respect, all of the genetic data is deleted. We are only
with all due respect, what you are telling me is in direct contravention to what your own policy states, even if you choose to delete your account. In fact, what you do is you allow your consumers to delete their account settings, but their data isn't deleted. You still have it. The laboratory still has it. You have their name. You have their date of birth. You have their And now you're going to sell it. Here's my point. It's a pattern. Your consumers actually aren't in control of anything. You are. You control their data. You control their genetic information. Now you're about to sell it. You promise them, we won't ever sell it without your consent, but you're doing it. You promise them, we'll allow you to delete it, but you don't. In fact, you've lied to them. Have you not?
Senator, we have not. I assure you that we are deleting all of our customers who have requested.
No, you're not. You're not, because your policies say they're not. And you're not deleting it because if you were, your company wouldn't be worth $300 million. No, don't read from what your guy behind you is shoveling talking points to you now. I don't want your talking points. I've read your policies. I've seen what they are. And I tell you what, it's amazing to me you're not getting your socks sewed off by your customers. I hope they will. I hope they will rush to the courthouse, even as we are here today, to sue you into oblivion.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. He's even giving the sauce, but is it all just a distraction? Again, you gotta ask. It's serious. But are they doing this to that? You get what I mean? Like, you gotta question it. Whether you questioning, is it a setup, or is you questioning is both of them working together and it's just all a setup? It's a stage to keep us focused on some small stuff. Man, it's just a lot. But he was eating them up though. He was eating them up. It's a little bit of a longer clip, but hey, that was I had to stick around. I didn't even know that this even happened. But and for future reference, most of the time I say for the last couple months now, I've been taking clips from the collective. So when y'all send them, I just put them together and react to them. But if y'all want me to go back and start posting some of my clips that I found, let me know. Or if y'all want to keep it how it's going, y'all let me know in the comments. And let me know y'all thoughts and opinions. What y'all want to see more of. And if y'all got clips y'all want to send me, send it to Instagram, send it to Instagram or send it to TikTok. Both ways y'all can get it to me, and I'll get it that way. But y'all let me know.
Okay, so truthfully, when was you Africans gonna tell us that your oral history, your oral traditions, was that your ancestors came across the great ocean? When was y'all gonna tell us that? When was you gonna tell us that your ancestors came from the West? When was y'all gonna tell us that? Huh? You Rubens, the Ghanaians, the Akan, the Benins, west of Africa, period, has oral history and teachings about their ancestors coming from somewhere else and settling in Africa. Why y'all wasn't gonna tell us this? Right, cause that's crazy. It's the reason why we never followed you. You followed us. We the ancestors. Is that what you say?
Is this true? I ain't never heard of that before. I ain't never heard it was oral history. Like, y'all let me know. That's some wild shit. If that is the case, this wild. Because
I know I'm not crazy. Like, wait, where's that keep going? Wait, I need to get this on video. Okay, so the sun is clearly right there, right? Now, where did they, hello? That's crazy.
I think it's something simple as like just the reflections of the...
What just happened? Did you hear what he said today? Whose names he was going to restore?
For a little breaking news, we are also going to be restoring the names to Fort Pickett, Fort Hood, Fort Gordon, Fort Rucker, Fort Polk, Fort A.P. Hill, and Fort Robert E. Lee.
Confederate generals.
We won a lot of battles out of those forts. It's no time to change.
He plans to restore names of military bases named after Confederate generals. Let me say it again. Restore the names of traitors. every one of these people the bases were named after fought for the Confederacy. That means they fought against the United States in a war that killed more Americans than in any war in history. Why? To protect the institution of slavery. George Pickett, a Confederate general, fought to defend slavery. John Bell Hood, a Confederate general who was known as a reckless leader. He fought for a cause that literally stated in its founding documents that white supremacy was its cornerstone. John Brown Gordon, another Confederate leader. After the war, he was rumored to be a Triple K leader and pushed policies in government. Henry L. Benning. He was so committed to slavery that he said the North would force black equality unless if the South seceded. Yes, he said the quiet part out loud. A.P. Hill, a Confederate officer who took up arms against the United States, died defending the capital of the Confederacy. Last but not least, Robert E. Lee, the face of Confederacy. A former U.S. Army officer who betrayed the United States to fight for Virginia and preserve slavery. He chose white supremacy and secession over the Constitution he swore to defend. These are not men who should be honored. These are traitors who fought a war to uphold slavery, tear apart this country, and destroy democracy. Now in 2025, your president says he wants to restore their names. What message does that send to Black Americans, to veterans who fought for this country, not against it, or to anyone who believes in equality, freedom, and justice? Please share this with your friends and family, because it not only is it disturbing, but it is concerning, because you have a president standing up there praising and uplifting names of Confederate generals, people who literally fought to keep slavery alive.
To Big Mike, you said that you had something that I ain't never heard of before. And you said, bro, if I send you something, it's gonna ruffle a lot of feathers in the comment section. And you said, post it at my own cost. I just want to know what everyone feels. And I just want to say, the chains have been taken off of one set. The chains have been placed mentally on all of us. I'm going to just say that. It ain't one people, it ain't one group, it ain't nothing. We all in the same category. One check away that don't come to all being unfortunate and without. Straight up. We all one short paycheck away from not making it. So it's on all of us. So let's not be so concerned about choose this or that. Let's just understand that nowadays we all in the same category. And if you ain't in that tax bracket and rubbing shoulders with some of them people, they don't give a damn about us. We all in the same category, bro. We all employees to the United States of America. This for entertainment purposes. But y'all let me know, because I'm trying to keep us all straight. Keep us all straight. Everybody. I don't care where you from. I don't care what you look like. I don't care your size. I don't care your color. We all in the same category. So let's not go to war with each other. Let's actually unite with each other. See the similarities, not the differences. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That's my thought, Big Mike. So when you sent that to me, you said, what's my thoughts, bro? That's my thoughts. We all in the same category. Let's not get lost in the sauce.
I thought we were done with these plane crashes, y'all. But nope, it just happened again. Something about this crash not sitting right with me, y'all. So this Boeing 787 Dreamliner, supposed to be one of the safest in the world, just went down. 2 minutes, there wasn't a bird strike. It just fell out the sky, y'all. And it hit a building, but not just any building, y'all. So this was a flight from India to London. And just a couple of minutes into the flight, the pilot yelled, "Mayday." And y'all know what comes with that. That means some shit was going wrong. And then as y'all seen, it went down. And there were 242 passengers on this plane. And they're all gone, y'all. Like, boom. So here's where it get weird, y'all. Out of all places, the plane crashed into a building that was a doctor's hostel. A medical building, y'all, that was full of interns and medical researchers. And they're saying this was the first fatal crash from a Dreamliner, y'all. That's crazy. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this situation. Because like I said, it's either a failure, sabotage, or something deeper. And all I know is all 242 passengers on that plane is gone. Their life is over. And it's probably going to be more people from that building that's going to add on to that toll. So my condolences to everyone who was affected by this. This shit crazy, y'all.
I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. Who was on that plane and who was in the building? If nobody in that plane was important, I'm not saying important like that, but y'all know that either was a planned hit. This for entertainment purposes. I know y'all said when I say for entertainment purposes, when I'm about to go in, I seen the comments. Yeah, I be seeing them. Bro, I just be trying to be, you know, y'all know I'm trying to skate on thin ice. I'm skating on thin ice here. I'm skating on thin ice. This for entertainment purposes. If somebody was in that plane and they had a cure for something, they were somebody. They were important to a certain cause, a positive cause. I could see how that plane went down out of the blue like that. Again, or if it hit a medical building, who's to say one of them in there in that building wasn't working on some type of cure, something for entertainment purposes? Y'all let me know. That's the questions I have. And I can't post the actual footage of it not, you know, going through the craziest part. I can't post that. Again, I've seen content on here. I've seen content on here that I can't post. Let that sink in. It's not about what you post. It's about who posting it. I say that all the time, man. That's why I gotta get the Patreon. I'm trying to be, you know, politically correct here. I'm trying, even though that shit frustrates me. But my hands is tied. I say that all the time, man.
Ever since I started doing this, the amount of people that live in Florida that have been sending me the most strange and bizarre videos of things that are happening in their front yard, caught on Ring cameras, caught on their phones, overlooked by the ocean. The amount of those videos has become a little bit overwhelming, but I love it all at the same time. Now, I just received one from a lady in Orlando. Now, I will keep everyone anonymous just for their own privacy things, but in this video, when I was watching it, at first I thought I noticed something, which then turned out to be exactly where all of the excitement in the video takes place. Now, I want to know what you all think about this, because my intuition kicked in immediately and I felt what I think it is. But I want to know what all of you think it is, and let's have this conversation, because this is actually mind-blowing.
That shit looks crazy.
Excuse me, where are all of the humans that was talking about shipping containers? Come to the front. Here's a fist bump, and here is your vindication. Ever since talking about this, I started doing a deep dive on the shipping containers themselves. And while I have not found anything associated with Diddy, we have found things associated with the US government, And just to add insult to injury, does anybody remember the TV show The Wire? Specifically season 2 of The Wire, with the character The Greek and the shipping containers? The Wire came out in late 90s, early 2000s. And while it is not a documentary, it is based heavily on real-life events that has happened in Baltimore. Ed Burns specifically was a co-writer for this and a homicide detective. Avon Barksdale and Stringer Bell were real characters that just had their name changed in the story, along with everybody associated with them, including the Greek that would bring girls over in shipping containers. This has been right in front of our eyes the whole time. This has been happening for decades. Now La Migra is doing this shit. Disgusting.
I understand. I love y'all collective. I love y'all, man. When they had that switch and they switched the servers on TikTok and that ban happened, she got removed off my followers. Another one. I forgot all about her content. The fact I just said why we released the National Guard on the little shit we just did and we ain't do that on the kids for all these years. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it. I've been watching for so long and I was seeing comments and people saying some crazy shit and I was like, hold on, wait. I'm about to eat. How we gonna not put it on the shipping containers? How we not gonna send the Marines and National Guard to go do that? When that been an issue way longer. It don't make sense. Well, it makes sense. A whole lot of sense. I just had to ask the question to see if it made sense to anybody else. And y'all come through and send me a clip like this, like, hey, that right there hits. Again, The Wire, to me, classic show. To me, one of the best shows ever made. It's better than Powers, and I love Power. Power my shit. The Shy, my shit. So when I see, like, when she going back like this, yes, all that was real, bro. I even went so far deep to look at The Wire. This had nothing to do with, like, rabbit holes. Just me being a fan of The Wire, and I like writing books and stuff. So I'm writing a book, and I want to go into creating TV shows like The Wire. So when I see her talk about that, that was all factual. And he said each season he wanted to show different sides of the city, from the political side, from the politics, to the school system, to the corner boy, to the shipping containers. Y'all remember? If y'all have not seen it, go check it out, man. Season 2 not really my favorite season. I'm not really interested in that too much. It was cool. It was great information, but to me, I was more so on I needed the corner boys. I needed to see Avon go at it with Marlo. I needed to see it, bro. Y'all let me know. Spam with y'all thoughts and opinions, though.
Nobody makes you feel anything. Nobody makes you feel angry. Nobody makes you feel tense. Nobody makes you feel upset. You always decide how you're going to feel, and then if you're not careful, you will fall into a negative habit pattern of blaming the other person. Blame is the core of all negative emotions. When you stop blaming, you cut down the negative emotion tree. You cut it off, you kill it, and all the negative emotions die simultaneously.
Take accountability.
When a problem comes up, one of the best things to say is, all is well, everything is working out for my highest good, and out of this situation, this so-called problem, only good will come, and I am safe. And you know, this is something that's very powerful. All is well, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this experience, only good will come, and I am safe. And what that does, it quiets your mind down, or my mind down, long enough for the universe to find a solution for the so-called problem.
But what about the person watching right now who is saying, Louise, hey, I love you, and I'm glad to hear you say that, but Louise, with all due respect, right now in my life, you don't know. All is not well.
Okay.
Everything is not working out for my good. I do not feel safe right now. No matter how many times I say that, all is not well in life right now.
If you say it enough times, it will become so. It really will, because you will be changing your thinking. If I have a real problem, I will babble that incessantly for innumerable times. Because I know it will change the atmosphere around me. It'll change what I'm giving out. And yes, it's true that to start with, that may be a terrible problem and you can't do anything about it right now. But as you start to know that you are safe and you're in a universe that loves you, I mean, how many times a day do people say, this loves me, really loves me? And I'm so grateful and I'm so appreciative of life. And if you're a person that does that a lot, your life has to get better. It has to. Life will find little miraculous ways to bring good into your life.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad she said that, because for me, man, Father's Day was a tough one. Me and my pops ain't on cool terms. He never was there when I applied pressure and let him know that. He didn't even hold himself accountable. He flipped it and said if we had a problem, we had a problem. And I was ready to revert back to some old ways. And moms had to sit me down and beforehand when that happened and tell me, like, let it go. Don't go back to some old ways that you used to and do something that you can risk a lot, you know? And when she says this, like, when she says what you put out is what you gonna get back, like, I remember just, and yesterday I broke that down to my mom's, like, she was just like, what you put out is what you gonna get back. And remember that you on a different path now. So you gotta do different things. You can't do something to this man that can, what you put out is what you gonna get. So when you take it there, you gonna get something that comes with when you took it there. And that one just kind of like resonated, like it really hit home. But yeah, that one right there, yeah. I need to hear more of what she got to say. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions though.
And you can't be present if you've trained your brain to be thinking all the time. You see, most people don't realize that our whole experience of this life is mostly just thoughts. We never actually experience the real thing, but just our thoughts about the things. So we're always stuck in this mind space, judging our current experiences, analyzing, thinking about the future, ruminating on the past, never truly in the present moment. And the problem is, life can only be experienced in the present moment. So the more often you're separated from the present moment, the less you are truly living. That is why everybody is miserable. We have trained our brains to be permanently removed from the present moment, thinking that our happiness can be found in tomorrow. But time is an illusion. There is only the present moment. This is the only thing that matters. If you cannot enjoy your life right now, you will not ever. But this is also good news, because it means that everything you desire is not outside of you. It's right here, right now. The question is, do you have the willpower and the persistence to continue to return to the present moment every time you get stuck in your mind space? That's all it is. It's a habit. Breaking the habit of thinking all the time, building the habit of returning to the present moment. And if you can do this, you'll see that like 90% of all of your problems just go away. Because all of our problems are created in our mind. That is all.
So simple. They making they damn self known. They popping out, bro.
So I want y'all to take a look at this. Look at this in the sky right here. It is June 9th, June 8th, and I'm looking at this thing next to the moon. And what does that look like? It is either a planet or a UFO. It is very hard to tell. Look at that. Right there next to the moon. Y'all think I'm tripping? All right, check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm zooming in. And what is that? It is now dead center in the moon. Come on, camera. Straighten out. Straighten out. Looks like a hole or something. Yo! Yo! That's crazy. Look at this. That's definitely something.
I need y'all to let me know if that's cap or not. It don't look real.
Listen, gang, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I cannot find Australia. And it's maddening, but at the same time, I have a theory as to why I can't find Australia. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Australia, I need your help. Anybody from Australia, tap in, because what I'm about to say is going to sound weird, and I need your help to locate exactly where you are, because I don't think you're located where they say you're located. Now, mind you, I have been scouring this map of Tartaria on the east side of it, looking for Australia, and cannot find it. Now, I do know that the ancient name wasn't Australia. I understand that. But I want to show you something that's odd or a little off to me, right? Australia is located, right, south of Indonesia. But on this map, it doesn't show anything south of Indonesia. This is where the map cuts off. But that's what I find weird, because I know this map is a little blurry, but I just want to give you the context that this is Indonesia above. And so below that is New Holland, which is another name for Australia. But peep this. I keep running into these type of maps where they're showing where we think water is where land is, right? And between those waters of the Atlantic, it's saying Atlantis, and in between North America and Asia, there's the land Mu, right? They're saying that Australia is here, right? Take a look at this other map, because I think Australia is the connecting factors to more land, both inner and outer. Remember, Indonesia, right, is north of Australia, supposedly, right? But check this out. And also, you see New Guinea up here, so south of New Guinea, right? But when we look at this map, you see New Guinea, you see Indonesia, but you don't see Australia on this map. Now, before it was Australia, it was Terra Australis, right? And I think this has something to do with the four corners of the earth. And you see, I know you can't see here, but right here is where it says Terra Australis, meaning that Australia is Antarctica? How is that possible? Wait, this can't be. Is there another map showing the exact same thing? Wait a minute. Hold up. So what you're telling me is that in the past, they had Australia, everything below, like Antarctica is? Is Australia? This is confusing. Australia, please tap in, because this is something that they have not shown us before, and that I want to start this conversation. Australia, please tap in. Where are you in our world? Because why is it showing Australia everything south of all of the continents? I don't believe Australia is where they say it is. I don't know. It's looking like Australia is not where they say it is. It's looking like Australia might be the doorway to inner Earth, because why is Australia here?
I am not gonna lie to y'all. That's why when I seen... Y'all remember when we saw the map of Tartaria? The Tartarian map. And there was no bodies of water in between the landmass. It was just one big landmass. And then it was the ice walls around us, right? Now this is if you believe that. If you don't, shit, I don't care. You got your own opinion. Believe what you believe. Fast forward this part. But to those who believe in this, it's like, okay, well, when we saw them people in India say they walked from India over to the Americas, well, I mean, people saying that can't be the case because there's a big body of water. And it's like, well, if you... Don't box your mind into one way of thinking. Box your mind into being open-minded. I mean, that's the only way you're going to succeed on this journey of going down them rabbit holes, honestly, without it driving you crazy. That's when I asked, was it possible? And people was like, you can't. There's a big body of water. Do y'all really believe this? This and that and this and this and this and this. And it's like, but do y'all remember the Tartarian maps, though? I mean, I'm just say this. If the Tartarians can build what they built, and these people that some people idolize, that's in the 1% or whatever the case is, still can't build them buildings today, and why the hell would we believe they maps over their maps? I'm just asking. I mean, if they could build this way, I mean, why not trust them? I mean, damn, they know some shit that we don't know to this day. They wiped them out for a reason. But then again, this is all entertainment. However you want to look at it, it's either educational or it's entertainment. Don't hold it too close to your heart. We just entertain here, folks. Let me know how y'all feel.
Peace, 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 peace. Man, oh man, where do I begin? I took a little break off TikTok. I've been posting pictures sometimes, but yeah, a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? I'm gonna share my thoughts with y'all on some things as far as like that. First, we're gonna start with the LA thing. A couple months ago, LA was on fire. So now they're having riots and they're deporting people. My mind just think of, like I tell my wife all the time, don't just read the cover of the book, dive into the book, get to the. Because at the end of the day, that looked like some trying to get rid of certain type of people because something might be about to happen. That's just my thoughts on the thing. Yeah. I mean, you look at this a different type of perspective. Like, I don't know. Just, why are they not doing that everywhere else? Just in LA and New York. Like, not being funny and not saying I'm for or against, because this is for entertainment purposes only. It's my opinion. There's no truth to none of this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I ain't never been to California, just like my guy, True Story, was saying. But, yeah, well, ISIS ain't everywhere. It's in L.A. and New York. What about Texas, Philly, North Carolina, all these other places? I'm just saying. And then let's get to Trump and Elon and they little fake WWE. You know Trump was on WWE back in the day. Like, let's keep it real. Like, we don't, like, y'all ain't seeing what's going on. Like, this shit is a movie. Maybe because I'm almost half a century, I'm starting, because the old head once told me back in the day, like, yeah, when you get to a certain age, you're going to be able to see this shit when it's coming. And, bro, he did not lie. Peace to the gods. Word up, he did not lie. I see this shit like, it's like, this shit funny. He putting Biden out there for being a clone. He a clone too. Look at Joe. Go back and look at the pictures of this dude. This nigga eyebrows is out there. Like, do you think that's the same Donald Trump? Like, come on. Where's we doing out here? We playing games. The world is crumbling around us, and we just acting like everything is just normal. Mm-hmm. There's stuff going on around the world that I ain't even mentioned. Like, for real. Then let's get to this heat. It ain't even normal. I'm working a tire shop. This heat ain't even.
Shout out to my guy Optimus Prime, man. Part of the collective. I love to hear y'all thoughts and opinions as far as what's going on in the world as well. I love to hear it. We also got to look at the 15-minute cities. It was on fire once upon a time in the Palisades, and then even up north in Paradise, California, some couple years ago. They blamed it on another company, and then look at now what we got. Come on, bro. This shit is a setup. Like, and what's crazy, me and my uncle always be talking about that, where he'll be like, man, you can see this shit coming from a mile away. And it blows me away that I see some of the comments that I see of people being like, you only post this or you only post that. No, I post it all. And I tell you if it's a distraction or not, or if I believe it's a distraction. But because I believe something doesn't mean you have to agree with me. And if you don't, doesn't mean we have to go to war with each other if we don't see eye to eye on a scenario. We could be still. You don't agree with everything your mother say. You don't agree with everything your brother say. You don't agree with everything that your cousins say or your friends say. And if you do, then you living in a false world, because you can't have everybody around you that just believe everything you believe. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if we family, why we got to go to war over it? That's how I see it. You know, but let me know y'all thoughts, man. Spam it up. Optimus Prime, part of the collective. When y'all tell me y'all thoughts and y'all send it. I'll post it. I'll react to it. I'll tell you if I agree or if I disagree.
Soylent Green is a real thing. You're being fed people. That's a whole other subject. It's biblical. It's in the Bible it says that's what's going to happen, and it's going on right now. Putin is not joking. Putin knows all kinds of stuff. Do you honestly think that a man with so much power and people underneath him that do, undercover work and know what's going on, and they're in the dregs of deep down in the gutters of watching what's going on in this world and searching out and tapping people's phones and companies and corporations, you think he doesn't know what's going on over here? He knows. When he says Soylent Green is being weird, that's what we're eating, he knows. He's seen it. I guarantee you he's seen it with his own eyes. So I don't eat fast food anymore. I don't eat out. I don't eat out, and I don't eat fast food very rarely. I think a couple times in the last several months I've gone to Chipotle, but that even gives me the ick now. I just like, no, the Lord says, my Father says, nah, you know what, here's what this is. He tells me what to eat. He tells me what to eat. He tells me how to clean my vegetables, my fruits, and what meat I can eat. So there's a lot going on, you guys. There's a whole lot going on. And if you feel like you're this...
Look, they all know, bro. They all know. Even the people that control... Man, this shit's crazy. It's all a setup, bro. It's all a setup. I feel like they all work together. I feel like they all know. And hell, even when you get in certain fruits and vegetables, we saw clips of that where you even got to look at it. Dude said 9 is fine. The other numbers on it, you can't watch the certain shit off that they sprayed on it. And it just it's all a setup, bro. It just makes you, it's almost like when you try to walk outside your house, everything got you cautious. From the shit you eat, you can't even inhale certain shit because they're chemtrailing, so you going, you gotta get what I mean. This shit's just crazy. It's just crazy, bro. You can't watch certain shit because you ingesting certain energies, certain things. You gotta make sure you're thinking certain shit, because if not, it's just a lot, bro. It's a lot when you get on this journey. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. I know y'all hate this part of the video, though. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. I love you, Collective. I'm appreciative of everybody, grateful to have this moment to be able to just do these videos and help y'all, even when y'all in some of the most craziest situations, or y'all experiencing some not so fortunate situations. Prayers to y'all, condolences to anybody who need it. And again, vibrate high, keep your head up. When you got your head down, that crown fall. So with that being said, I hope y'all having a smooth 7. Until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my count. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know